Hey, welcome to Horror Talk Live, episode 23. Happy Friday. I hope everybody's doing well out there. And we're coming into a holiday week with Thanksgiving coming up in 5 days, actually. And I hope you've all had a great week, but it's always better because it's Friday. Although I do have to get up for work tomorrow for a little while, but that's all right. We will make it through. We just got done watching Thanksgiving. We actually watched it on VHS. That VHS right there. I asked Troy. We have it on 4K, but I asked Troy. I'm like, "Do you want to watch it on VHS?" And he's like, "Yeah, let's do it." So we decided to watch it on VHS tonight. And you can purchase that VHS if you're interested, and still have a VCR. Hello, hello, hello. Um, from Death by VHS. They have a bunch of VHSs available for current movies. They have Long Legs. They have. They're not a paid sponsor. It's just who I bought this off of. They have Maxine. I think they have the new Hellraiser movie. They have a bunch of VHSs over there. Go check them out. Very high quality product. I mean, it looks like a VHS from the 80s, if you remember renting them. Uh, and it actually was fitting to watch it this way. It's the first time Troy got to see it on VHS, right?
First time I ever watched a movie on VHS.
Yeah, he's watched scenes on VHS because we watched part of Halloween that time, remember?
It was like the first 20 seconds.
Well, maybe first 2 minutes. Howdy.
Hello.
So yeah, it was fitting to watch this movie considering the origins.
Oh, hello.
Considering the origins of this movie. This movie started off as a fake trailer for the Grindhouse movie back in 2007. I saw that in the theaters, Planet Terror and Death Proof. There was some fake trailers. This was one of them, Thanksgiving, Don't by Edgar Wright, and Werewolf Women of the SS by Rob Zombie. And we finally got the Thanksgiving movie 2 years ago in 2023, and we're supposed to get a sequel next year. Hopefully we do see that sequel. But before we get into Thanksgiving, and let me know down below what you're eating for Thanksgiving. I know people have different what they eat. Traditionally, it's turkey. We usually eat turkey, but I know down south, we live in North Carolina now, and a lot of people eat smoked pork butt or brisket for Thanksgiving. I know some people do prime rib. So let me know in the comments what your favorite or what you're planning to eat on Thanksgiving next week. My parents are coming down Tuesday, so we're going to spend time with family.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
My son's cracking a soda, even though he's already had two at dinner. He's over his limit. But it's Friday night. I'll let it slide. And let me know how we sound. We have two microphones now, so let me know how Troy sounds. He should sound good I had to get a second microphone because it was bugging me because I could tell you could barely hear him. I preferred well-seasoned women. Well, we just got done watching a well-seasoned woman being served up. Did we not?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's my mom's favorite scene, by the way. The woman cooking in the oven and being served up on the table. So, before we get into this, though, two normal on the smoker, one Brian pickled jalapeno juice. Can't wait to see his. A couple days away. Yeah, Kurt, you're doing a smoked Thanksgiving dinner. Good for you. Where are you going, man? Oh, the lighting.
Because the camera's like, yeah.
The camera goes haywire when all the lights aren't on. Troy can't wait to watch Thanksgiving with you, Mom. But before we get into Thanksgiving the movie, I just want to go down some upcoming horror films coming up. A couple of these we'll be definitely going to theater to see. But on December 5th, we got Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which is just not this coming Friday, 2 weeks from now. I know we'll be going to see it that weekend.
Yeah, I think.
Reed wants to go. Dale's son wants to go see it. Yeah, we'll go see it. I'll be going too because I want to see it. So I heard there's a lot more animatronic action, so I'm excited about that.
I saw a part of the trailer.
Silent Night, Deadly Night, the remake comes out the week after, December 12th. I love a good Christmas horror film, and I'm excited about this remake. It looks good. It's going out unrated too, so I'm excited about that. So it means they're not going to shy away from the gore on that one. On January 2nd, yes, right after the new year, We have We Bury the Dead. I'm not too familiar with that. I think Daisy Ridley's in that movie. There's a trailer out there if you want to search that down. On January 9th, I'm actually kind of interested in this one. We get, probably in a while, our first Gone Mad Primate movie, and the movie is called Primate. The trailer is out there. It looks very entertaining. I actually am interested in seeing that. On January 16th, we got 28 Years Later to Bone Temple. I have not seen the last 28 Years Later movie yet. It's on home video, but I haven't watched it yet. Return to Silent Hill, which I'm actually intrigued by this. I haven't watched the trailer, but that comes out January 23rd. They made a direct sequel to the original Silent Hill movie. And on February 27th, we got Scream 7. The trailer is out there if you want to check it out. I'm very interested in that because I'm a big fan of the Scream franchise. I know we'll be there opening night to check that out. Now, on the horror news front, more so physical media news front, I know this was big over the Halloween holiday. Scream Factory, Shout Factory, Scream Factory, it's all the same. It was announced that they were shutting down their website. And a lot of people thought they were going out of business, but they did not go out of business. They are still creating physical media, but they're selling it through Groove Entertainment. And if you're not familiar with Groove Entertainment, I have ordered from Groove Entertainment on several occasions. They have their own website, which Scream Factory and Shout Factory have their own section on, and they sell on eBay. And I've had yeah, Return to Silent Hill has me intrigued. Scream 7, I'm definitely in. Sydney's back. I want to see where they take it. And the rumors are flying where they're going to take that film, so we'll see. There's rumors that people are back. We'll see if it's true in February when Scream 7 drops. I'm very excited to see where it goes. I thought the trailer looked pretty good. Has me excited for the film, so fingers crossed that it's a good movie. Kevin Williamson's back to... He's directing it. I think he co-wrote it. So we'll see where it goes. I'm excited about it, and I can't wait to see it in February. And it's coming quick. It's coming quick. February's only, it's coming very fast. Not fast enough for Troy because he's excited to see Scream 7. But as you can see, Troy's ready for Christmas.
Yeah.
I have my Thanksgiving shirt on. Troy dropped the ball on that one because he has a Thanksgiving shirt, but that's all right. We'll forgive him. He knows not what he does.
It's in the wash.
It's in the wash?
I actually have two, but yeah, I just wore this.
You do have two? Did I give you one?
I don't know. I just have two. I know that.
I know you had two. So yeah, Scream Factory is now, their website is now gone, but they are selling through Groove Entertainment. And if you've never dealt with Groove, I have. I've never had a problem. Things always come on time. They offer free shipping on all their orders. So I don't think, in terms of getting your product, I don't think you're going to have much of an issue. And you'll save money on the shipping aspect of it. And Groove does normally hold sales quite often. So keep a lookout. If you like Scream Factory, I think you'll be able to pick up your physical media at a decent price or similar price to what Scream Factory was selling on their own website. And you'll get free shipping, which is something that Scream Factory didn't quite offer that often unless you spent a certain amount. Groove offers it on all your orders, so I think that'll be a win for physical media nuts like myself and a lot of you guys out there. I think it's gonna be fine. They're not closing, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I know some people were in a panic about that, but Scream Factory is very much still around, and they'll be producing physical media going forward. The release schedule has not been released or updated about what they're going to be coming out with, but we'll see. But we still have Arrow Video and Kino Lorber doing the Lord's work out there in Severin and whatnot. And Arrow has, being in January, just to get into some quick physical media news, this isn't horror, but if you're a fan of Under Siege, the movie, they are releasing for the first time ever it on 4K to being in January, Arrow. And Arrow always does a great job, and I'm excited about that release. Plus, they have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles box set coming out soon on 4K for the first time ever. So if you like those movies, I believe it's on sale on Amazon right now to pre-order for $50 some. So that's the cheapest it's been. Also, with the Black Friday deals, if you love Nightmare on Elm Street and you love 4K, the box set's down to $84 for all first seven movies. That's a pretty damn good deal. Check that out if you're interested. I saw that earlier. Yep, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming to 4K, the whole box set, all three movies. The original live action movies, which really, I never saw the third one. I heard it's not that good. I liked the first two, but never saw the third one. I have the third one actually on Blu-ray, but I've never watched it. Only the first two movies.
Of course, you never watched it.
I never watched it. Just like Home Alone 3, I never saw that either. I heard it sucks.
But you talk about just now starting your like digital.
Oh yeah, Troy discovered the digital codes on my 4Ks, and he's like, "Why aren't you downloading these?" I've given some away too on Discord,
Of course.
but I never was interested in it because I know what I have on digital. I know what I have in physical media. So if I want to watch it and I have enough physical media, I'll just go get the disc. But Troy has an Apple box in his bedroom, and he's like, if you download these, I can watch them when if I want to watch them. So I'm starting to download. I'm actually starting to cash in some of my digital codes finally. Much to Troy's.
Yeah, out of like the hundreds of thousands that you have.
I don't have hundreds of thousands. I have 1,000 maybe, and not hundreds of thousands. Let's not get
1,000? Still a lot.
Yeah, I have quite a bit, but all right. So the reason we're here is because it's Horror Talk Live, and we got to talk about a horror movie. And this month is a movie that Troy was very excited about talking about.
Mm-hmm.
A movie he's watched many times. He saw it in the theaters. He's watched it at home. He just watched it. Well, besides tonight, he just watched it 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago with his friend Reed. And we're going to watch it Wednesday night with my parents when they come to visit because it's a tradition. You got to watch Thanksgiving now at Thanksgiving time. Yeah, I know usually you have about 2 years to cash in those digital codes. There's usually an expiration date. Some of them I'm not going to be able to cash in on, but I just put F1 because I have the 4K on my digital. I put Strangers Chapter 1. I'm going to put Nobody Part 2 on. I'm going to start going through some of my newer ones I know that are still good, Kurt.
Your Wrong Turn one might work.
No, I doubt Wrong Turn.
It might.
No, that's
It might.
old. I doubt it.
I do too.
That's old. That's got to be expired, that one. It's got to be expired. But with Thanksgiving coming up, we thought it was the right time. I mean, there are other Thanksgiving horror films, but this is probably the biggest one of them all at this point. And we're going to talk about Eli Roth Thanksgiving. Now, F1's really good, Kurt. I think you'll really like that one. You should check that out. We plan on watching that with Danny and Pop when they come down.
It's a great movie.
They never saw it. Troy really, really likes it. I think Landon would really enjoy it too. They did a spectacular. Same guy directed Top Gun Maverick, so he basically did what he did Top Gun Maverick, and he put it in F1 cars. So if you dig that, you're gonna dig this movie. It's pretty much Top Gun Maverick on a racetrack with Brad Pitt, and it's really a good movie, and it's probably one of my favorites of the year so far. And we're already in middle of late November, so
I think it is the favorite of the year.
It's definitely going to be in my top 5 end of the year rankings for my favorite movies of this year. So I highly recommend it, Kurt. I think you would definitely enjoy it for sure. And I think my parents are going to enjoy it when they come down as well. Now, let's get into Thanksgiving. Now, this was hatched. The genesis of this movie was hatched, as I said earlier. If you've seen Grindhouse from 2007, the Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez movie, with 2 films, Planet Terror and then Death Proof, and there was some fake trailers during the film. And one of the fake trailers, and you can find the trailer on YouTube, was for Thanksgiving. And I saw Grindhouse opening weekend when it came out in 2007. And when I saw this trailer, I remember the friends I went with, I said, that would make a great slasher movie. We got to get that movie. Well, we finally got it in 2023, but it took that long to get that movie. It seemed like a no-brainer because really we've always had Thanksgiving slasher. I just watched one the other night, Blood Rage. If you've never seen it, check it out. I believe it's streaming on Tubi. That's from 83. Oh, it didn't get released till 87. It's an over-the-top 80s slasher film, but it's a lot of fun. It takes place on Thanksgiving. And then there's like Thanksgiving 1 and 2. I think there might be a third one. And there's like a few other ones. But I would say this one now is probably the biggest one in terms of success theatrically and the most well-known one. And I think it was because it took so long to get to this movie. I just think people really wanted this. I mean, it made some good bucks. The movie cost about $15 million. It made 46.5, and we are supposed to get a Thanksgiving 2 next Thanksgiving. And I want a sequel. I really do, because I really do enjoy this movie. But we'll get into this. This was written and directed by Eli Roth, who directed Cabin Fever, Hostel 1 and 2, Death Wish, the Death Wish remake, and some other films, Green Inferno. And he co-wrote this with his friend Jeff Rendell. And in this film, this came out November 17th of 2023. It's rated R. It's an hour and 46 minutes long. And in this movie, we have Patrick Dempsey, who's the biggest actor in this movie. He plays Sheriff Eric. We have Rick Hoffman, who was in the original Hostel. He was one of the Americans that were paying to torture people. He plays Thomas Wright. He owns this department store called Wright Mart in Plymouth, Massachusetts, which Troy forgot that he was at, because we lived in Massachusetts for 7 years. We lived in Taunton, Massachusetts, and we were about 40 minutes from Plymouth. We went there a bunch of times with him, and Troy's like, I've been there. I'm like, yes, you've been there quite a few times. He's like, I don't remember. I'm like, you were just a little baby. No, you were able to walk a few times.
Still doesn't matter. I don't.
We went there with Uncle Richie and Nanny and Pop once for the day. Well, we've been to Plymouth many times. He just does not remember it. Gina Gershon's in this film as Amanda Collins. She's only in it briefly. And she's married to Mitch, although she might have some other. Tim Dillon, comedian, plays Manning the security guard. Other than that, nobody I'm really familiar with. But our main character is Jessica. She is Thomas's daughter. And her boyfriend at the beginning of the movie is Bobby. And anyway, this takes place on Thanksgiving. Jessica and her friends leave Thanksgiving dinner and are going. It's Black Friday, actually, and they're going. No, it's Thanksgiving, and they're going to the movies. And they decide to stop at Wright Mart because their one friend Evan needs a new phone. And since her dad owns the store, they get in, and there's a big crowd outside. And if you remember, like I do, the way Black Friday used to be, people shoving, punching, just getting into fights over cheap TVs and whatnot.
Waffle irons.
In this movie, it's waffle irons, and people go ape shit. They see people in the store before they open the doors, and there's a big riot. Some people get killed, including Amanda, Gina Gershon's character, in a pretty gruesome scene. And we see Eric shoot his gun up when he sees her dead and two other people dead, he shoots his gun up in the air and yells, "Stop!" And then we cut to the title card, which is the same font as from the trailer from 2007, and we're into our movie. It's a year later, and somebody dressed as John Carver is starting to kill people that were at the store that night. And it's basically a whodunit. And through the film, we're trying to figure out who it was. There's red herrings, and there's gory kills. And at the end of the film, it's revealed who it is. We think they dispatch them. But are they ever really dead? Do you think he's dead?
Yeah. I think there's just another killer.
And that's pretty much the end of Thanksgiving. Now, I always love a good slasher film. So when this was coming out, I was excited. I know Eli Roth gets a lot of shit, but I've always been a fan of his. I like Cabin Fever. I like the Hostel movies. I like what he did with the Death Wish remake. So I was kind of excited. I thought, you know what? He can do this film. I mean, he knows his way around a horror film. He could pull this off. And I knew he was going to pay homage to 80s slasher films. And I think for sure this is in the template of something like My Bloody Valentine, Prom Night, stuff like that. The early 80s slasher boom. The Prowler. You can even see some of that in there. Yeah, he did walk out in a fireman's suit, though. Remember to kind of show him? Troy's not buying it, Kurt, but I'm with you, Kurt. I'm with you. So this is very much in the vein of an 80s slasher film, just done Now, um, now the original Thanksgiving trailer was shot in 35 millimeter. This was shot in digital, and that was the one thing I was surprised with. But I understand why Roth didn't do it. I thought we were going to get like the griminess and all the like the scratches like the trailer was in 2007. But I understand why he didn't do it. And the reason why was it would have been very niche. Yeah, people like me would dig that and think it's cool. People my age, but these younger kids like my son, he's going, what the hell's this? Like, why does it look like that?
I
Now,
didn't say any of
no,
that.
no, no. I'm talking why I know understand why they didn't shoot it like the trailer that I showed you. Um, so I get they shot it for today's standards. I thought in the home video version though we would have got that version where you would have saw the scratches and the blemishes. Maybe we'll get our special edition down the line, but I will say if they don't ever do it, that VHS is probably the closest you'll get to watching this movie the way we did back in the late 80s through the 90s, because it very much has that grain and it's, you know, all the pan and scan version of it. So like we used to watch it back in the day. But before I go on with my thoughts on this film, I want to give it to Troy because this is one of Troy's. Who sent that to you?
Richie.
Richie's having some fun, and I'm going to throw this to Troy and let him talk about the movie, what he likes about it. This isn't his first horror movie you saw in the theaters, but it's one of your first ones, right?
I think it was, no, I think it was the first.
Was it the first? Yeah, it probably was the first.
Mm,
Yeah.
Wait, did Abigail come out before or after?
Abigail came out the spring after this.
So, yeah, this would have been the first.
And Troy's, I'll let Troy talk about this movie. He really likes this movie. And Troy, what are your thoughts on Thanksgiving? What do you like about it? Why do you like it so much? Just tell the audience what you like about this movie.
I really like this movie because, well, the kills are really, like, they did a good job. It's, like, kind of fun. I like how they cook some people. And I just like the whodunit movies.
Well, one of the first horror movies you ever saw was Scream.
Yeah.
So this is very much in that whodunit, which a lot of 80s slasher films were like that, where it was like, who's killing people?
I think this is better than Scream.
Ooh, Troy likes this one better than Scream. I'm not sure if I do like this movie a lot, but how do you like the killer's costume? We have the killer's costume. Actually,
we have two.
We have the whole costume, and we have the mask. We have two masks, actually.
We have a better mask.
And we have the whole costume, the Capitan hat. As you can tell, we really like this movie. We have the plushie that the head comes off from NECA. We have John Carver figure over on our shelves. So, yeah, we're big fans of this movie. What was your favorite? Okay, let me ask you this. What was your favorite kill of the movie? See if it's the same as mine. It doesn't have to be.
I don't know. It's either the one where he bashes Evan, or the one where
or the meat tender
the girl gets cooked.
Oh, the mom gets cooked?
Yeah.
I like those. I do. I like those a lot. I also like Yulia's kill.
Oh, yeah.
Where he throws her on the circular saw.
Mm-hmm.
I like when he starts off sticking the corn cob.
I like how she's like so clueless. You can see him in the doorway.
Yeah, she walks right by him. When she walks out of her closet, he's standing right there, but she has no clue. Although teenagers, they're not paying attention. Hopefully I taught you to at least pay attention a little bit. That if somebody's dressed in a pilgrim outfit right outside your bedroom door, you'll notice them when you walk by them.
I think I will.
I would hope so. But who knows? Who knows? No, I would agree with that. I also like the security guard in his apartment when he gets stabbed with the carving knife, and then he
chops off his head.
He rips his head off. I like that one as well.
Oh, the dumpster.
I like the dumpster one, but the only problem with the dumpster one is Tonight is Ain't No Joke. Oh yeah, I know, Rich. Yeah, that girl was never going to be able to hear again if she survived that scene. My only problem with the dumpster scene is, I will say, the tone of this movie. I think I liked this movie since the first time I saw it. And he said about the oven. The dumpster scene was the one kill that seemed off to me. I appreciate it more now because I realize what Roth was doing with the movie. But when the lid slams shut and her body just rips in half, it's like that's the heaviest effing lid ever. Like, what's that made out of? Like
probably metal.
No, but even metal wouldn't split you in half like that.
Yeah, it's true.
That's the one kill. Now I could live with it. When I first saw it, I'm like, that's an odd choice. But now I'm fine with it. Whatever. I just go for the ride. But I think the one thing about this movie is I think all the kills are pretty good. They're all fun. They're all gory. And...
Well, not all.
Which one's not gory?
The one where her hair gets ripped off.
Well, yeah, but you see her brain or that's still pretty gory. Yeah. Oh, Troy. He's comparing everything to Terrifier. Yes.
No. We're
not. I think all the kills are pretty damn good in this movie. And I think Roth surfs that tone of kind of 80s horror cheese and then mixed with some meanness. Like the Yulia kill is a pretty mean kill, and then obviously the dinner scene, which is pretty much the big scene of the movie in terms of, this is like we're not fucking around anymore. We're cooking people and we're serving them up to everybody. Like this is not like we're being serious now. Things have gotten real. That's like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre scene in this movie. It's like the dinner scene in Texas. That's this scene in this movie. Just, he's actually serving up. Yeah, I love the cheese too, Rich. When cheese is done right, it can be a beautiful thing. And I think this movie does it right. But it also knows when to play mean, like the dinner scene. Or when he's cooking her. That's when it just goes in a little bit harder. And I think I appreciate that. Where they're not pulling any punches. Look, there's this woman in the oven, and we're gonna cook the shit out of her, and we're gonna serve her up for Thanksgiving.
And I like how they put the thingy in her.
Oh yeah, the temperature, and that's like a little bit of a laughing moment when he does that in the middle of this mean scene where he sticks her with the thermometer. You got to make sure the meat's cooked right all the way through, right, Rich? You're a chef, you know how it is. You got to make sure you don't make your patron sick. You know what I'm saying? As for the whodunit aspect, I don't remember when we first saw this. Did you guess who it was before the end of the movie, or you weren't sure?
You remember? I think I was close, but I didn't think I got it.
The first time we saw this, I mean, obviously it's a whodunit, so they're throwing red herrings at you. Bobby is, an obvious red herring, and so is Jessica's new boyfriend. And so are a few other people. Like, Mitch could be a red herring, or could be the killer because obviously his wife was killed that night, that fateful night. When it's revealed it's Patrick Dempsey, I don't know if I knew ahead of time. I can't remember, but I remember when he revealed it. And I do like his speech and why he's doing everything. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Not only because the size of the killer... Although Eli Roth said he had different actors actually playing the killer, so you couldn't really figure out. But if you watch, he's mostly a shorter. He's not one of the bigger dudes. Although I still say there was two killers, and I'll explain why in a second. And Troy just finally, I pointed out to him on this watch. He's like, you know what? There had to be somebody else there. But the body build is kind of around that 5'10"-ish, medium build kind of person. So, Patrick Dempsey's character makes sense overall because even Bobby's shorter than that, even though they're trying to make him a red herring, which would make sense. His arm got broke. He lost his baseball career for the most part, and his life's not turning out the way he imagined it. But when it revealed it's Patrick Dempsey, and I think Patrick Dempsey's really good here, and Patrick Dempsey actually sought out Eli Roth to do this movie. He wanted to do a horror film. And Eli Roth said, because this was a lower budgeted production, even though it was $15 million, although I heard it was even a little bit lower than that, but that's what's listed online, 15. Eli Roth even told Patrick Dempsey's agent, I don't think I can afford him. I'd love to have him, and he goes, no, he's willing to do it and for a price. And I guess Patrick Dempsey took a pay cut to do the movie. He just wanted to do a horror film, and good for him for not looking down on the genre and going for it, because I think he does lean in. And you need an instant read thermometer. Yes, you need one of those digital bad boys you go read on your cell phone. I think he leans into it, like he really chooses the scenery once it's revealed. And he comes out with the axe and he's like, Jessica, this year there'll be no leftovers. I mean, he really leans into just going for it. And I don't think he's dead. You know, we see that explosion, and as Kurt mentioned in the chat, you see him, who they set up as him walking away as just one of the firemen. And I think, you know, they're going to make a sequel. I think he'll be back. And not that they've said officially, but I think his character will be back as one of the killers. I do think there's two killers, and the reason I say that is, even when I first saw it, I'm like, there has to be two killers. There's no way for him to be the chief of police and to be running around doing all these things, and then he happens to be back at the station when they find the cell phone signal or whatever. Like, there's no way he can be in two places at once. But the one scene that gives it away is, oh yes, definitely Rich. He definitely channeled that with that line. I love that line. The one scene that gives it away, there has to be somebody else involved, is when, well, it was when when he's holding Yulia with a knife to her neck, and Scuba and Jessica are standing there and they're freaking out, and he holds up his cell phone. When he holds up his cell phone, it shows Evan and his girlfriend tied up at the table. You see the camera, if you watch it long enough, because it cuts back to the phone, the camera on the other end pans. So somebody's waving the phone around, or the other camera around. Somebody's operating that camera, moving it to the other people tied up. So there had to be somebody else helping him. Now, it wasn't revealed in this movie, but I'm willing to bet in part 2 it's going to be revealed that somebody was helping him the whole time, which only makes sense. And my guess is it was Jessica's new boyfriend. His name's escaping me, but the taller guy, I think he was helping him.
Ryan?
Yes. Who would you think was helping him? It could have been Bobby, because he was trying to set up Bobby at the end to be the killer. Although he could have been just trying to screw him over, but I don't think it was Bobby.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Who do you think it was?
It's probably Ryan.
Or Mitch, I guess. Mitch would be.
Oh yeah.
But he was cheating on. He was sleeping with Mitch's wife behind his back, though.
He was.
But Mitch didn't know that, though.
I didn't even know that.
Well, she was pregnant with his baby. That's why he said he took my family away from him. That's why he was so mad and willing to take revenge on everybody. Wanted to kill everybody involved with the riot at the store. So Mitch could technically be involved, but I think it was Ryan. I think it's Ryan. That's my guess. I don't know if I'm right. We'll find out when the sequel comes out, but...
Or the dad.
No, the dad was tied up at the table.
Yeah, but they could have just played it off.
Why would he be doing it, though?
I
don't know. You never know. We'll see when the sequel comes out. I think it was Ryan. That's my guess, but we'll find out. Let's get into some trivia here on this movie. This was shot in Canada. It was not shot in Plymouth, Massachusetts. As a matter of fact, the original trailer that appeared in Grindhouse was shot in Prague. Eli Roth was in Prague shooting Hostel 2 when Quentin Tarantino asked him to shoot a fake trailer for Grindhouse, and that's where he shot the trailer for Thanksgiving. Jeff Randell, who co-wrote the script with Eli Roth, actually played the Killer Pilgrim in the Thanksgiving trailer from 2007, and then he came in and co-wrote this movie with Eli Roth for 2023. The line from the fake trailer, "White meat, dark meat, all will be carved," is seen in this movie. That's from the original trailer from 2007, but if you watch the movie closely, you will see that in print somewhere in this movie that line shows up.
It's on VHS tape.
Yeah, I know, but it's actually in the movie as well. Um, yeah, okay. This was, like I said, this was shot digitally, not in 35 millimeter like the original trailer was from 2007. This was shot in 35 days up in Canada, and Patrick Dempsey, because this took place in Maine or Massachusetts, was Patrick Dempsey's from Maine. He grew up there. Actually, I think he still lives there. I think he moved from LA back to Maine. I think, but he actually got to use his regular Maine accent in this movie. It's an actually authentic Maine accent because he's from Maine. And Lynn Griffin, from who played Claire in the original Black Christmas from 1974, the Bob Clark directed original classic, is in the movie. You see her briefly in the dinner scene for Thanksgiving at Thomas's house. She's the grandmother. She doesn't have a big part, but she's in the movie and she's there. And she was obviously a Canadian actress. She was in Black Christmas, which was shot in Canada. So that was probably an homage by Eli Roth, but I couldn't find if that was. I'm sure he hired her for a reason because he's a fan of horror. And that's about it. I'll have on a trivia. So Troy, what would you give? Any last words? What are you? Is this one of your favorite horror movies? Would you say?
It's up there.
It's up there. Top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5. What would you give Thanksgiving out of 10?
9.
9 out of 10. Okay, everybody else out there in the chat, what would you give Thanksgiving out of 10? What would you give it out of 10? What are your thoughts on this movie? Are you a fan of this movie? I think it's one of the better slasher films we've gotten in a while. A classic style slasher film. That's what I'm talking about, like an 80s style, go for broke slasher film. I think it definitely dives into those 80s tropes, and I'm there for it, man. I'm a fan of 80s slasher films, so this fits nicely on my shelf next to those 80s slasher films. I could appreciate what he was going for, and I hope we get more of it in a sequel. I really do want the sequel, so hopefully next year we will be talking about Thanksgiving 2. 8.75, that's a pretty good rating, Rich. Troy gave it 9. I would actually also give Thanksgiving a 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10 for Thanksgiving. Kurt, what would you give this one? I know my dad likes this one. My dad likes watching this with my mom because my mom doesn't like the cooking scene, so it freaks her out a little bit. And we'll be watching Glorious 4K on Wednesday night on Thanksgiving Eve. We got to do it, man. You got to do it. It's tradition. You got to have traditional movies. My comedy movie for Thanksgiving is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles because it's an awesome movie. And I have 2 horror movies for Thanksgiving. I like to watch Blood Rage, and now Thanksgiving is in there.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely let me know in the chat. Now, Thanksgiving's going to come and go pretty quickly. Unfortunately for Rich, because I know he doesn't look forward to Christmas, but Christmas is coming, okay? It's coming, man. It's only going to be 4 weeks after Thanksgiving. It's going to be Christmas. 4 weeks exactly after Thanksgiving is Christmas. So I hope you're getting your holiday shopping done out there because it's going to be here before you know it, and you don't want to be caught with your pants down. But, so since Christmas is coming, we got to do a Christmas horror film. 9 is a fair rating? Yeah. I think 9 is a fair rating. We got to do a Christmas horror movie, okay? I know, Rich, you're not excited about it, but it's coming. There's nothing going to be done. It's coming. It's coming like a freight train. I give it a where the heck did it come up with this? Hey, Mom, they get paid to come up with this sick shit. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So we're going to do a Christmas horror movie next month. Troy has never seen this movie. I've seen it many times. And I'm like, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. And we're going to go for a nice little creature feature for Christmas. We're going to do Krampus on this beautiful 4K from Scream Factory. So next month, I will release the date once we're into December. I got to check to see what Friday we're going to be free. December gets a little hectic. We're going to talk about the Anti-Claus, Krampus. Santa Claus gives, Krampus takes away.
How does December get hectic?
We're always hectic in December.
How?
We got parties and stuff to do. We're always hectic in December. So yes, we're going to talk about, I know, Rich, you love Krampus because you don't like Christmas. So Krampus is the antithesis of Christmas. Dad gives it a 9. I figured he would. Dad's a fan of this movie. That's why I got you the Blu-ray so you can watch it at your leisure. I did send him a Blu-ray just so Pop had it put in there. So,
Yeah.
you got to be able to watch these things. Yeah, we're going to talk about Krampus next month. So, yeah. Your tree's up, Kurt? Our tree's going up tomorrow. I know Mom and Dad's tree's up. Rich, you have a tree up, don't you, Rich? Don't lie to me, Rich. I saw photo evidence. Yeah, so we're going to talk no trains yet. Shopping is last. I am actually done my shopping except for a few things. Krampus will be visiting Kurt. Yeah, I got to take Troy shopping. But other than that, I'm pretty much done except for a few odds and ends. So I started early. I started in the end of September because I don't like waiting till the last night. Oh, Violent Night's I love Violent Night, but no, we're doing Krampus for Christmas. Krampus for December. I will release a date once we're into December and I see what Friday we're free. Okay, I'm sorry, Rich. It's an autumn tree. Okay. We know what it is, but it's okay. You want to pretend it's that's fine. I don't care what you want to call it. I'm cool, man. I'm cool. I'm your friend. You can tell me whatever. I don't care. It's okay. I'll let you go. I'll let you go, man. You got to do a Valentine's Day tree then, Rich. That's what that means. If you have an autumn tree, you got to do a Valentine's Day tree, then a St. Patty's Day tree, then an Easter tree. It never freaking ends, Rich. It never ends. It just keeps going. Then you're going to have a summer tree, 4th of July tree. Just keep it rolling all year round, man. Halloween tree. You got to do it up. I'm sorry. I'm sure Rose is going to be like, I'm going to slap him. But yeah, we'll do Krampus next month, and I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving. Wrap this up. I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving next week. Enjoy your time with family and friends. Looking for a way out. Hope you have a great holiday with family and friends. Enjoy yourself. Drink some adult beverages, but not too many. Not too many. And we'll be back again in December. I'll have a few reviews out. Next week, I think I'm only going to have one video out before the holiday. I'm going to take the rest of the week off. I have a review coming for Phantoms, based on a Dean Koontz novel. That'll come out on Monday, and then I'll take the rest of the week off, and then we'll kick it back after Thanksgiving, and we'll get into some holiday horror films. I'll have an out-of-theater reaction for Silent Night, Deadly Night. I can't wait for that movie, and Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and some other things. But talk to you soon, Rich, Kurt, Mom, everybody in the chat. Have a great night. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you soon. Until next time, Troy, say
bye.
All right. Good night, everybody. All right, good job, man. How long did we go?